Hello, good morning, good early afternoon. Thank you all for being here today. The reason that I wanted to invite you all out here is to have a discussion about something that has been so near and dear to our hearts in the past few months. At the beginning of last offseason, we decided to send our beloved mascot Splash off for some rest and relaxation. As you know, after a long season, he deserves it. He works hard cheering on the ports, he works hard entertaining all the fans, and he deserves to rest up a little bit in preparation for the upcoming season. So we sent Splash off in December. He was on his way to Canada, and he was ready to have the time of his life on a trip. Unfortunately, we got notified that Splash never made it to Canada. As you can imagine, that left us with some fear in our hearts, and we were very worried about where our beloved friend and our team mascot was. So, we obviously went on a very intensive search directly after we found out what happened to Splash. We sent out teams to try and find him as best as we could. And today, I'm finally excited to announce that our beloved mascot Splash has returned. He's back, and he's better than ever. So I would like to introduce you to the new and improved Splash. As you can see, for protective reasons, we now have a bodyguard with Splash at all times, so we can make sure that Splash is not only safe, but is well taken care of. So on any future trips, we know that we'll always have eyes on our friend Splash. There's a few thanks that I want to give before we go into questions. First, I'd like to thank our new partner, Premier Pools and Spas, for their assistance in bringing Splash home and sponsoring him on his new journey for this upcoming season. Premier Pools and Spas, your support along the way has helped us locate Splash and bring him back safely, and I'm proud to call you the presenting sponsor of Splash for the upcoming season and beyond. Secondly, I'd like to thank our fans, our staff, and the Stockton and surrounding communities for everything they did to help bring our friend home. When we went live on social media and said that Splash was missing, we had countless of phone calls, emails, direct messages, and even news stations helping us out. We really put it out there that Splash was missing, and it was you who helped bring him home. So, Splash is here, and we're very excited to have him. And I think Splash knows that there's a lot of questions that our fans and the general public might have. So I'm going to leave the floor open to our guests here at this conference for any questions that you might want to know about the missing Splash and his journey back home. I'll leave the floor to you all.
Splash. Joey. So Splash, where were you?
So on behalf of Splash, he had quite the journey. As I mentioned, he did embark on a journey to Canada. However, did not make it there. Because of the ongoing investigation that's still in the works, I'm unable to disclose the specific stops of Splash along the way. But what I do want to make the focus stay on is that Splash has returned safely, and he's back in Stockton at Banner Island Ballpark where he belongs.
Splash. Were you hurt at all along your journey?
I'm gonna let Splash consult with his security on this question. I don't think Splash would like to answer that, so we're gonna move on to the next question. Thank you, though.
How did you find Splash?
We found Splash through conducting a very intensive search and watch party, but we couldn't have done that without the help of our local community. The biggest impact that we had was all the tips and support that we received from Stockton Ports fans and fans of Splash. And I think I can say on behalf of Splash, he's very thankful that people fought hard to bring him home.
Looks like you lost some weight on your journey. You've been hitting the gym a little bit.
Splash does look very new and improved, and I'm very happy to say that, along a stressful journey, I don't know if there was as much food in Splash's belly that he normally has. During the baseball season, he's eating a lot of hot dogs and nachos and some unhealthy food. But in the off season, I think he took the time to find himself and make sure that he came back for this season better than ever.
Splash. So Splash, how do you feel knowing your fans were so worried you weren't going to make it back here?
Splash is very grateful that has fans that support him as much as they do. He's sorry that he made his fans so worried. That's a very hard thing to deal with in our community, and I think Splash knows the weight that this dilemma has carried in the Stockton community. But he's grateful that he's back, and he's grateful that his fans care so much about him.
How do we know this is the real Splash and not an imposter?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking. We were very concerned about the possibility of an imposter coming back. I mean, look at how beautiful Splash is. I think a lot of people in this world would want to be Splash. So we actually put our Splash right here through an intensive background check. We made sure that he knew all the proper dances that only our current Splash knows. We made sure that he knew all the cheers for the Stockton Ports, and the real ticker that gave it away was the first thing Splash asked for when he got back on site was his beloved toilet seat that he's always carrying around Banner Island Ballpark. And once I heard that, I think it was very clear that this was our lovely Splash that we know and love.
How did Splash get lost in the first place?
That's a good question, and because of the ongoing investigation, I cannot disclose that information.
Splash, Splash, Splash. There was some speculation that this might have to do with your excessive maple syrup use. Care to comment on that?
No, Splash does not care to comment on that. Next question, please.
Splash, you were gone for a while. Is there a Mrs. Splash that we don't know about?
I think that's a great question. And to be honest, I haven't even consulted with Splash on this, but with the looks of him losing some weight and looking redder than ever and a new fresh haircut, I think the speculation can be accurate. So there may be a Mrs. Splash in the near future. Isn't that right, buddy?
Is Splash back for good?
Splash is back for good. As I mentioned, we have now gone through some more security measures to make sure that Splash remains safe during the season and in the off season. Our dear friend Christopher Stockton right here is Splash's bodyguard and will be following Splash throughout the season and on any future trips, especially to Canada, going to get some rest and relaxation.
You haven't told us much about the disappearance, but can you tell us, were there any other mascots involved?
Ooh, that's a great question. Splash, care to discuss that? I don't think Splash wants to rat anyone out. As I mentioned, this is an ongoing investigation, and I don't want to fully say that there were or there weren't other mascots involved, but I think there will be more information to come out on that when the police report is officially filed and finished. Deep in my heart, I want to feel that there were no other mascots involved, and this was simply a case of some chance happening. But you never know these days. You can't rule anything out. So we'll be sure to report back to you on that.
Splash. We've got exactly 3 weeks till the season, 21 days. How are you getting prepared?
Splash is excited for the season. That's what he just told me. Some preparations that Splash is putting into place are obviously hitting the gym a bit more, doing some foul pulls out on the field. We can tell that he looks a little slimmer and looks a little better, and I think he's ready to be in a type of shape to where if anything like this happens again, he's able to escape on his own free will and make sure that he can make it back to Stockton safely. So Splash has been working out quite a bit. He's actually following the same routine that the Stockton Ports players are following. So pretty intensive workouts actually, and I'm proud of the progress that Splash has made. Do we have any other questions on the floor, or would we like to move to closing remarks? Okay, we shall move to the closing remarks. First, I want to thank you all for your time today. I really appreciate you being here. I really appreciate the support that you've shown Splash over these 4 months. I know Splash really appreciates the support as well. I want to make a few announcements. now that we do have our new and improved splash back, he would want nothing more than for you all to come out to our opening weekend. Opening night is April 6th. That's a Thursday night at 7:05 p.m. To kick off the season a little bit before that, we do have an exhibition game for Stanislaus State on April 4th at 6:30 p.m. And we continue opening weekend through Friday and Saturday as well. So 4 games that week, 3 of them are considered our opening weekend, and we have a lot of fun planned for that, and I think Splash would really enjoy if you all could attend. You can purchase your tickets at stocktonports.com or by calling the Stockton Ports front office at 209-644-1900. As I said, Splash appreciates you all, the Stockton Ports appreciate you all, and we can't wait for an exciting 2023 season. Thank you for your time today, and thank you, Splash.